just JV just said on commentary, you don't feel settled till you win your first frame. So Ali Carter's done that, should be settled down into the match, and we'll wait for the rest of it to avail itself.
Okay, this is the last one before the interval.
Safety or break-off shot from Ali Carter only just went right. He flicked the blue. If he'd have caught the blue a bit thicker, and if the blue is, just watch, caught the red much too thin, just grazed past the blue. Lucky to get it this safe. Again, I always remember, you know, when I was just started playing the game, I remember talking to there was a great amateur in our area, Austin Whiteside, and he judged his game. I know it was a different game then, not the high scoring. He judged it by, he thought a good frame for him is if he never caught a bottle colour on his safety.
Yeah, if you play safe and you actually try to hit a baulk colour, you never could. But it's amazing the amount of times when you don't think about it, you don't concentrate, you catch in. It can be fatal at this game. As you say, John, they never move. They're always in the same place unless they're off the spot.
Yeah. And if you do catch one full in the face, then you leave the cue ball on the baulk line, your opponent with his hand on the table. Well, that's amazing, isn't it? He hit it much too thick. At the moment, Ronnie's safety play is not as good as, well, it has been during the tournament. Not on first impressions. And okay, he caught the blue, but he was never going to get past the baulk line, the pace of that. But there was nothing there to tempt Ali. He's determined to keep it tight. Got a tiger by the tail. He's not going to give him any free rein here. Once again, too thick, but the green may come to his rescue this time. He may not be snookered on all reds, Ali, but I don't think there's a path back to baulk at first glance. So that puts him in a little bit of trouble. Tapping the table, said good shot. I don't think he really means that, because Ronnie was playing to get that cue ball to the baulk cushion. Hit it too thick. Well, this is the two cushion escape, and I'll tell you what, he's played a few of these in this tournament and played them inch perfect. How about this one? Inch perfect. Book for the kiss on the brown. Well played.
Yeah, I was going to say, when you play that shot, normally you deliberately miss it thin if you're going to miss it, just to judge the angle. Obviously too thick would be fatal, but as you say, judged it perfect on the first attempt.
And it's funny, it doesn't seem that long ago, it isn't that long ago, when Cliff Thorburn was one of the first people who introduced that, but of course there was no miss rule then, so you could come off the two cushions with pace, miss the ball by a couple of inches, and the referee wouldn't call miss, so it was as good as any safety shot. I think the only telling safety shot here you could play is if you covered an escape route down the left hand side of the table. Never hit the red first.
Final on a miss. Ali Carter 4.
won't see Ali having this replaced. The reason I say that, if he can get behind the brown, he could have Ronnie in trouble here. And there's the brown, the blue, the yellow, even the green. There's lots of balls to get behind with this cue ball. He's trying for behind the brown. It looks like a lovely line, and it's not a bad length. It's not a bad length. Well, here's Ronnie with the 2-cushion escape with pace. Caught it too thick. Oh, he went for the pot.
1.
Well,
I think he's on the black as well.
I think you're right. Funny old game, isn't it? Well,
Ronnie O'Sullivan 1.
that's a surprise.
Playing that with left hand side. Just pushed the white in to miss it thick. I think he's been fortunate.
Yep, it doesn't appear to have left anything. Not to be anything that will go into this corner pocket now, so just a safety shot for Ronnie. He knows where the telling safety shot would be, behind the brown. As of yet, he's not really found a good safety, but that wasn't bad. Now, can Ali get through to the red? Well, he's looking to see if he comes off the side cushion. Just at first glance, it doesn't look on. I'm just wondering if the red to the left of the one over the pocket, he could play one onto the other. Can he get to the side cushion and pot this red? I'm not sure, but if he plays it, he thinks he can. Then he'll be a better judge than us. Well, he's trying to swerve to get deeper into the cushion, which is dangerous. It was a good effort, not a bad result.
Yeah, it's a great shot to swerve the cue ball to sort of straighten the line up. Incredible he could hit that red and not pot it.
He needs a good safety shot here, Ronnie. And when he needed one, he has produced one. That's an excellent shot. And if he's covered the safety down the left-hand side of the table, then Ali's in a spot of bother. It's hard to say at the moment if he can get safe down the left-hand side, but if he can't, it's so congested on the right-hand side. Could be in a spot of bother. I don't know if there's a red will go to this right corner. That's the one where he swerved it and he got through the gap. Well, as you say, so close to the pot. This time he's just trying to nestle on the red near the pocket, containing safety. No return to balk was on. It's okay, but there may be a red to the left middle. Now, I'm not saying it's easy by any means. There you see it, tight on the cushion, but he would be going up to the balk end and may consider the only red he could leave is the one he's playing.
Also, I think if he takes this red on and misses it, the two reds just to the left of the black, I think both pot to the right corner. So this is dangerous if he takes it on. It's a good white, but Ali's got quite a simple safety shot. The red on the left cushion, double it across, white up and down the table.
Yeah, it was a good line from Ronnie. He was just 4 inches short. If it had been tight behind the yellow, obviously Ali would have been in all kinds of trouble. So I'm going to take a little bit of time to resolve this, because even if someone did get in with a chance, pink and black more or less unavailable, it's going to be a tough one to make a sizable contribution. A very good shot. Must have been a little bit worried about the cue ball going so close to the corner pocket, but just makes it slightly awkward cueing for Ronnie here. It's a bit pacey.
I hate these frames, John.
Oh. Don't we all? Shh. No, I think no player enjoys these frames. And at the end of the day, as I say, it's getting to the stage now that even if you did pot a ball, there's not much to get. Ronnie just having a smile. I mean, it's not a sort of re-rack frame, but well, one's come on the other side of the table. Oh, and he's left one. He's left the red to the corner, but as we said before, I mean, what colour is he? Certain when potting it, he's going to run into the red. You know, I mean, there was just nothing he could do. Anyway, at least we saw a red potted. They say no two frames of snooker are the same, don't they?
Ronnie has Alban 1.
Ronnie playing the blue and bringing the blue into the middle of the table. That will help if he gets another pot. But the one he had to play in the corner, just a case of potting it and playing safe. Well, it's an excellent cue ball. Excellent cue ball. Good shot needed here now to get that cue ball back to the baulk cushion. It's not straightforward, it's got to be struck very precisely. It's almost back to where it was. Super shot.
Yeah, it's almost one of these situations where you'd like to leave your opponent in a pot, just to get things moving. Just say the way the reds are, it'd be difficult to make a frame winning break.
Well, there's a plant there, you see, and there's two reds that are just offset. I think he's thinking one of them might go in the corner, but as I say, it's not the sort of frame where you'd ever think of a re-rack, but it's going to take quite a time to resolve, you feel. Ronnie playing this red, he needs a slight angle. Not much you want. Not much you want. And it looks like the first chance is going to fall to Ali, but once again, the problem is he can pot the red. How about position on the colour? He's got the straight one, he's got one that will cut in, the one closest to the top cushion, but he's playing the straight one. This is where his cue action comes in. Lots of bottom, lots of follow through.
One.
And struck it beautifully. Needs a slight angle on the blue. I think he may have one. Just so he can get closer to these reds. Doesn't want to finish on the side cushion. Ooh, that's the last place he wanted to finish.
6.
It's going to be hard to pot this red now and get position on the colour.
7.
Just settle for the 1 point.
Yellow.
So just a safety. But at least we got rid of 2 more reds, only another 11 to go. Couldn't get back to the baulk end, but just played a containing. Just looking at the shot that Ali Carter played a few moments ago when he screwed back for the blue. The action he got on that. And we got a black and white ball. There you go. You strike low. And that backspin, you see how it starts to turn back towards you. And of course, not much distance between cue ball and object ball there, but and it's not good that the cue falls off the hand. I don't
Didn't
know
much of that cue action. That was. I think he wants to retire. Whoever played that shot.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to own up to playing that. Couldn't get a path back to baulk, so this tactical battle continues. We just come up to 20 minutes for this frame, and in all honesty, no end in sight, but it is a very important frame. There you go, just 20 minutes now. in the context of it, it's whether they're going to the first mid-session interval with Ronnie having a 2-frame lead or all square.
Yes, the second and third frame are both won in one visit. But whoever wins this frame will still get a frame on the board at the end of the day. So these frames are very important.
It was nearly very good. He's left the red on. This red will go. Ronnie will know the importance. This is half a chance here. He can pot this. Got it much too thin. And the reason I say it was half a chance, because we're now in a situation, if you could get a good angle on the blue, you could really drive the cue ball into these reds and try and release as many as possible. But the half chance was missed. Back to the safety.
Also, when you have long bouts of safety like this, you can lose your potting eye a little bit.
I've spotted a plant here, I don't know if anyone else has. The red just below the black is a plant. It could be made, it could be a 5-ball plant. Has Ronnie spotted it? No! It's still there. It's still there. Well, was it just knocked off slightly? It doesn't look like a plant now. This could release a few balls though if he's catching this half ball. And he was. Chance of a pot for Ronnie here. Thin cut to the right corner.
One. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 1.
A little bit careless. He's let Ali get to these reds. Okay, he can't do much with him, and he might be a little bit wary that he could leave something on, but a snooker will give him more of a problem, you would have thought.
I actually think it's not a bad thing that he can see these reds, because I don't see he can play down this side of the table without leaving anything on.
Yeah, fair point, Stephen.
I don't know whether that's what Ronnie intended, but it might have turned out a good shot.
A little bit careless that from Ronnie, to being so close to the red. He should have been able to avoid the yellow, so chance of a long pot for Ali here. when you miss it like that, very unlikely you're going to get away with it, and he hasn't. He's left the red to the left middle. That red running loose.
Yeah, I might look to people at home that hit that very hard, but a lot of players are more comfortable playing those long shots, standing off 2 cushions rather than dropping them in off 1. When you miss them, it always looks like you've hit the ball harder than you did.
Well, is Ronnie looking to pot this green and screw down and try and release some of these reds near the black? No. Why would he? There is a possibility you could get position on the black here, and this is why he's
4.
thought about playing for the red that's just to the left of the black. But he's just not perfect yet. But that will be in his mind, that red
5.
just to the left of the black. If he could pot that and play a little cannon on the red just above it, then he'd be on the black and black in play. Then we could consider a frame winning contribution. This could be the shot. That's what he's got in mind. Pot that red and just cannon the one just above it. Well, he
11.
decided to play the other one. I might have preferred to have got in it a bit deeper and played the other one, then you'd have had your hand on the table, but
Yeah, he didn't get into the cue ball quite enough there. Cannon that red half ball, that's why he got a much thinner cut in the black. This is missable. Doesn't have to do anything with the white ball though.
oh, would you believe it?
Foul.
What he's
Ronnie
done.
O'Sullivan 11. Ali Carter 7.
I think the black was actually going, but he's cannoned the other red. The black's going in.
Yeah, and when he cannoned the other red, that is sort of a plant that pushed the red on further and quicker than the black, and it nudged the black away and then ran in the pocket. To be fair, it was a poor positional shot on the black that caused the problem. Good cut from Ali. Is he on a colour? He's on the yellow.
1.
The
3.
yellow, he's not great on the red, but he only has to pot it. The black's going to be available.
4.
And the black will definitely be playing now. He's not got the good angle on the blue. He was thinking maybe blue or black, but as I say, he's not good on the blue, and he wouldn't want to be coming in and out of balk. So it's a black. Just got to judge it. These reds are slightly awkward. Well, I'd have preferred to have been a little bit closer to the red, for the red to the left middle. I know they make them look easy, but
11.
bit of pressure on this. This black will put him 23 points in front, still 51 remaining, so you probably need two of these reds remaining with colours. That's okay. Well, I say it's okay, I think he's
19.
just slightly hampered by the red closest to the cue ball.
Yeah, I thought he could have played that shot with a little bit more pace to even take the red that is cannoned off the cushion and still leave a choice of 2 reds. Played the exacting safety shot.
20.
Just drop the black off, black in the pocket here. One cushion to leave the red in the right corner.
$27.
Just another red and a colour, and he'll go into that first mid-session interval all square.
$28.
And you could say long drawn out frame, but Ronnie had the best chance. And that missed on the black. And Ali's taking me as well. So just as he did in his semi-final match against Stephen Maguire, he lost the first 2 frames, but went into that first mid-session interval level. And if he pots this red, you feel that Ronnie will not come back to the table. A little bit careful, he's very close to the yellow with his arm, or he was when he's holding the rest. There's a bit more of a distance away from it now. No. So this frame is not over yet. Ronnie O'Sullivan comes to the table just needing 1 snooker. It's not impossible. He was never comfortable with this, was he, Ali? Always overstretching, it appeared. Always overhit that. And in all honesty, it was saved by the yellow. Because if that red hadn't kissed the yellow, I think it may have been on for that far left corner. So there you see it, 37 ahead Ali Carter, 35 remaining. Just 1 snooker required, and if of course Ronnie gets a chance, he'd pot the red and the black. Didn't have that opportunity off his last visit. And where the brown is, he'll be wanting this to, well, he'll be disappointed with that. Didn't want to leave this red on easy. I was just going to say, because where that brown is, you pot this red, pot the black, pot the yellow, and then off the green play a snooker behind the brown.
1.
So although he needs a snooker, Ronnie O'Sullivan, he's not long odds to win this. As I say, pot the yellow and get the snooker from the green.
Just looking at the angle here to double the green up the table and maybe stun off the baulk cushion with the white to leave it behind the brown.
10.
Looks about perfect. Just got a little bit too much check side on the white there.
Ronnie
Squared up off the
10.
baulk cushion. That was a good chance.
And you wonder whether you'll get a better one than that. I'm very surprised you didn't get the snooker there. And he's not going to get another chance. Well, he'll be slightly relieved there, Michaela Carter. I'm sure when Ronnie was on the green, he thought he was going to come to the table snookered. But that seals this frame. Doesn't matter about the blue. Ronnie O'Sullivan had a chance, didn't get the snooker. Ali Carter, well, he'd be pleased. Ronnie looked good, but we go into the mid-session interval. 2 apiece.